In case you didn't know, your bitch is a hoe. She's talking from head to toe. You know she an animal. She get low like Barry Manilow. How did the fuck is the cantaloupe sucking fuck?
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. I did not know.
The former star at nearby Georgia, this is Sony Michel. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Better shit. Better shit. She was terrible.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
It's a bad feel your bitch relaxing. She's sucking the team and candidate. She said she don't drink lean. She can more smell like lean.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one, 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Yeah.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yo, bitch was testing me. Yo, bitch
for
was
the
nesting me.
Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd.
She's nesting me. That's a little
out of the gun, Trubisky. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw it on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They run, Devontae Freeman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, man.
And they insert their dime package, 6 DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Trubisky, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Oh, we gotta go. It's a pinch. It's a pinch. It's a pinch.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Too squat. He was in battle mode.
Back to back good plays, have them on the move on first down.
It's such a shitty-ass situation that I'm in right now.
Now Allen. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Allen now looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Allen's throw is complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, and he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. Back now in Atlanta's second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
45.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 45. Come on.
Allen going to throw. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. that's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there. 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking downfield for Jones. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Recon, 132 fighter.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Bears' 21-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 40, 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to end up incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. And here's Allen throwing again. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
But I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting at 50% thus far.
Certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Allen. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll start things on 1st with Torrey Cohen. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Here we go. 54. Mike, 54, Mike. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Throwing on second and long. Trubisky. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people trying to change directions. Hard to do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On second down, it's Cohen. And mark him down all the way inside the Atlanta 20. And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 17-yard line. A real field flipper. All of a sudden, they've got a first down in the red zone. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. 2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Jim.
Off the draw, here's Michel. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Yeah. Oh, go for him. Just go have his record.
Let's get that ball.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Damn.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw, it's Allen. Flushed out right.
Come on, Mr. Character.
And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over. And got his man complete. counting down toward halftime on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. Brings up 3rd down.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
On 3rd down, Randall. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
Right. Hold on.
Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
Storm is closing in pretty fast. Hold on. I'll check it.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
No, they lied. Crazy, that's crazy. I chopped them in the
Now
face.
it's Trubisky.
Let me get that.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Madden 20.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Check. 59 Mike. Check. Tight. You're not ready.
So after the INT, it's Allen.
What kind of throw was that, Allen?
Intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
The
His
fuck?
guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first
I pressed high
half.
pass and he just... Eddie Jackson with it.
At the line,
Well, they
prepping
would've got
for
it,
their
too.
next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Like what?
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, that'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
No way, no, that's not my cousin. Stop playing with me.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Who watching the crowd? That's my shit.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense. First time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
To the air, Allen.
Oh, man, he can't throw.
Incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back.
We'll get you right, boy.
Open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Allen able to get away, fighting him off.
Ooh, give me that.
Jones. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Get that shit, yo.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in.
Bro, you had it. Come on, Slim. What you doing?
Completions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought y'all was
trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inched a
Yeah,
bit
because
closer.
I know y'all shooting to the front, so I just kind of pushed it to the back.
Sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Taco boy.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with a game this close.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
That's his second sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to settle them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And first and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now Allen. The quick slant caught.
Look at that.
They'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. From 6 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Oh, no, I'm out. I'm not.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. And the Cowboys on the board again. It's a 2-touchdown lead there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start with a give to Cohen. Tackle made by the 2nd-round pick, Isaiah Oliver.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Again, it's Cohen.
No!
Oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew the flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Trubisky gives to Cohen. He'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Put on 180. 54. Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. And work.
I'm going to need one back. I don't have enough help for it. You got to die. You're going to die this far.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct.
Oh, man.
No pick, just incomplete that time. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complimentary football. Because them doing that Puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Eddie Goldman with a sack.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They could put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
On second down now, it's Freeman, and he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to kick it away.
Never know who posted up right there.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Okay.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, man.
Watch the safety creep. Red,
Play action. It's Trubisky.
Yes, sir.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
The great blocking nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Trying to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
You do that.
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players.
Oh, my God.
And maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Yeah.
Freeman again, a first down carry. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Get the fuck out out of here. So all of them just came out of... Oh, get out of here, bro. Bro, I had a whole fucking L star. That guy's supposed to have been melted, bro. Melted in his face, like, fuck.
That nigga's ass.
The Falcons on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now the 2nd down throw on target.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Check 42's the mic. Check 42's the mic. 65.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. A big gain there on 3rd and long. 56 yards on the ground.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michel. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. Oh, no, he lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. And this defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Extra point good by Prater, and the lead now up to 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Randall. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Room here to run. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, Randall. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to letting it slip away.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Falcons, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Niggas was eating. First fumble. Fuck ass shit.
out! Target spotted. Moving to engage. Taking fire! Enemy at the courtyard. Contact! Contact! Friendly UAV. Contact! This is our fault. Stay focused. Brutal. That gave him something to think about. Good work.
Bruh, I just got a brutal 25 kill streak.
I'm taking fire! Reloading! Press reload fire! Enemy at the courtyard. Reloading!
See what his team's hitting on. with you. I'd rather be with you.